Welcome back, everyone. I printed the, in this case, I'm showing it on the right hand side, but it's actually the left, so let me just flip this around. The left, I guess you call it left L channel receiver for the X-axis gantry. There's going to be two of these parts, an exact mirror image prints on the other side. I printed it at slow and at 20% infill. It's in PLA. I tapped all the small holes at ring 3. As you can see, I've got a temporary fastening nut because this will eventually become either contact cement, or I'll probably use some Gorilla Glue to glue this to the mount, to the motor mount, because these won't ever really need to come apart. The changes from the original files in the very first video I showed on Tinkercad is this bottom plate is now permanent. It's part of this, and the bottom bushing housing, which takes a PLA type bushing like this, is permanent, so there's no messing around with screws or anything. The only side I have to mess with screws is to mount the removable version of this for the top. Now, is this going to focus there for us? Maybe it will. So the PLA bushing goes in there. I'm just going to temporarily insert the L channel so you guys can get an idea of what one side looks like. Of course, it's going to fight me just because we're on camera. So the L channel goes in like this, and of course there's going to be one on this side that will capture a rolling carriage in between. But I don't know if you can see in this video, the L channel would get in the way of tightening the screws here. So when I put the upper bushing holder, I guess it could hold a bearing too. It's made to hold 8mm bearings as well. When I put that on, it has to be before the L channel aluminum goes in. So I got to print two of those, another one of those. As you can see, the bushing goes in there. It does move quite well on the, just get that up in there. It moves perfectly, in fact, incredibly smooth. I know you can't really see it or of course feel it, but it moves incredibly smoothly on the 8mm smooth rod. Here, see, can't really get that there by my desk. Try not to drop that. But that's pretty much how the left-hand side of the X-axis will run. While I have this there like that, I'm just going to drop this down to the desk. Hopefully not knock you guys around anymore. Get this in here. Get that to refocus. Somewhere on here, on my messy desk at the moment, I have the just my little sizing belt. This is not the real timing belt that goes with that type of pulley, of course, but it is approximately the same thickness. But as you can see, it's going to miss the 8mm linear rod, and the other hole that you see here, that would be where the lead screw will be coming up, and there's going to be a thing on the bottom that will hold the I guess it would be, it's called a coupling nut, but that will hold the lead screws nut, so that this part of the gantry can move up and down. The other side is just going to have not all this much coming out. It's just going to have a part here that comes out for an idler pulley that I can adjust the tension on, so I can change how tight the belt is. And when you have the aluminum in, I don't have another piece up here to do this with. See if I can do this without looking. Nope, I gotta look. There we go. So it'll be like that, and there will be a like a dolly that rolls in between two pieces of this aluminum extrusion. I don't have another one here to show you, but if you've seen my other video about aluminum extrusion, you've seen that it's really easy to make one of those. And then of course the laser or the printer hot end would be on that dolly, and then this would be going up and down on the rod as your Z-axis. with the lead screw. Pull this out again. Take that off, because this is going to fall over if I don't. There we go. On the bottom here somewhere there's going to be a little hole or a little thing I'm going to glue on. It'll help it take that will help it take the capture nut. So some way like that. Let me just put this down the rod and we'll see. Something like that. I don't know how well this is showing up there with the light on the wrong side, but this will get attached somehow. So there'll still be a little bit of room, probably with a little on a spring and a screw. There'll be a little room for this to move around in the XY plane, but it will still hold the Z-axis for lifting the gantry up and down. And the other thing I still have yet to figure out is what I'm going to use for the bottom of the hotbed to mount the hotbed to. But that's a whole other video. Again, I still got to print another one of these and then 2 of the upper bushing holders, which will hold the bushing just like that. And if you can see, I don't know how this is going to show up here. It'll zoom and focus. Let's see if I can make it focus. There we go. Nope. It doesn't like focusing on that. Same machine. There we go. You see the 2 little bumps. That just allows me to capture a zip tie around that. So if I find that this has a different bearing or something, the friction fit isn't good enough, I can increase the friction by pulling a zip tie around that and closing that little bit of a gap at the back. But I'm not really expecting too much of a problem with that. So anyhow, that's a little bit more of an update on the printing for the X-axis parts, the X-axis gantry there. And as always, if you've got any questions or anything like that, put them down below. Don't forget to like if you like and subscribe. And as always, thanks for watching.